Hello and welcome everybody to the Mineski Pro Gaming League season number 6. It's gonna be Invasion Esports versus MVP.HOT6 in a best of 2 or a 2-game series, however you want to call it. It's actually quite interesting for those both teams. I mean, Invasion at the moment, they have only played one game. They went 2-0 there as well, whereas MVP and Rave, they have played 2 games. Rave, they are 1-3 at the moment, so 3 losses, only 1 win. MVP is 2-2. So both series that MVP played, they tied up. So if Invasion win this, they are guaranteed to advance to the playoffs. If they tie, they're still most likely going to advance, but might not be the number 1 seeded team anymore then. And of course, if MVP wins, then it's still all doors open for almost everybody or anybody. And of course, man, we are HeflaTV and we would not be here unless there were sponsors for this tournament. It's Gigabyte, SteelSeries, ViewSonic, as well as the Secret Shop Philippines. So huge shout out to those sponsors for just making this tournament happen. But we are already in the draft. I'm Coucher, if I didn't already say it. And I'll be flying solo for game number 1. For game 2, HeflaMoke will most likely join me, unless his Dota update takes way longer than expected. But in any case, the Doombringer, the first pick for MVP, them banning out a Lycan as well as a Faceless Void, whereas Invasion, they did take out a Death Prophet and a Brewmaster. So what heroes are actually in the pool still? Skyrift Mage, Shadow Shaman for sure, Razor, a Viper possibly, and Razor is the first pick for Invasion. And I mean, Shadow Shaman or Skyrift Mage, either or at least are the most common picks. They can go for something else entirely as well, like Wraith King, possibly Earthshaker, whatever really tickles their fancy. Ancient Apparition every now and then is used up against the Doombringer, but it's going to be a Viper instead. So both heroes are actually rather good up against the Doombringer. Viper just because he's so damn tanky with the corrosive skin and can still be pretty damn annoying even after getting doomed. And Razor, of course, if you have your Eye of the Storm activated and you get doomed, you can still dish out a pretty reasonable amount of damage. But man, it's even better if you have activated the static link before as well, so you'll still be stealing damage as well, or will still remain, or will still have the damage stolen from before. So both of the heroes, extremely 2 strong cores, and actually I'm not too sure if, but I have a feeling that I saw that from Invasion against Rave yesterday as well, running the 2 same core heroes. But MVP, man, they go for the Cancer hero, the Tinker. That hero is just so damn annoying and so hard to play up against. Just March of the Machines, it kills pushes, it kills fights, of course, and Tinker, well, he kills everything in sight when he has his Dagon. But Viper and Razor might be able to survive it, although not, I mean, once it gets to the E-Blade Dagon level 5 territory, then it's hard for any single hero to survive. I mean, yes, you're gonna survive 1 blast of it, but 2 blasts is a whole different matter altogether already. But Invasion now, they did ban out a Nature's Prophet, so they want to at least limit MVP's global presence somewhat. Whereas MVP, banning out a Shadow Shaman, and smartly so as well. Shadow Shaman's Mass Serpent Wards is one way of just pushing even though the enemy team has a Tinker. Yes, the Tinker's March of the Machine still just completely kills off the creep wave, but Mass Serpent Wards are unaffected, so even if it's not enough to bring down a tower from 100 to 0 possibly, it's still enough to just chip it down little by little. But now the 4th pick about to come, or 4th ban rather, excuse me, for MVP. Do they take out some more pushers as such, like Jack Hero, Venomance? Nope, they do ban out a Tidehunter instead. Invasion, they definitely would have had room for it. Just Tide off lane, Viper or Razor mid, and the other one playing on the safe lane in a tri-lane. They can still go for aggressive tri-lane rather easy as well. I mean, Razor or Viper, either or, +2, definitely could be a pretty strong tri-lane. I say Kanka of all heroes banned by Invasion, and I mean, MVP, they did play it in at least 2 games yesterday as a support role, Chubei playing the Kanka. So, I mean, it's not the worst ban, to be honest, I guess. And the combination that MVP actually did do was X marks the spot onto Tinker. Tinker just goes in, E-Blade, Dagon, kills somebody off, and suddenly gets yanked back to the safety of his own fountain, thanks to the X mark. So it was a really, really annoying combination to say the least. I mean, you just couldn't survive it more or less. But what's the third pick gonna be? I mean, they need the supports. Yes, they still have room for one more core hero. Centaur could be one, although up against the Tinker you might be looking at something like a Clockwork instead, maybe, possibly. Clockwork decent enough against Doombringer as well, I think. Just against any melee heroes that want to just come up close, you just get the power cogs down and they either have to blink overall or just go a long way around or anything like that. And Clockwork, of course, against Tinker, always an excellent hero. They could still go for like a Storm Spirit as well. Run an aggressive tri-lane, Storm Spirit mid against Tinker and Razor or Viper safe lane. Viper or Razor, both of those heroes could easily go up against Doombringer. No issue at all. But Witch Doctor is the pick instead for them. I mean, also a solid hero. Can help sustain the pushes a little bit, even against March of the Machines with the Voodoo Restoration. Being maxed out, it does heal 40 health per second. So that's available for them. If they get like one extra heal, possibly they can even just push into March of the Machines completely. Have something like a Dazzle, possibly. But we will see if they want to go all out that way. But MVP, they pick up a Centaur actually, so does this mean it's a Doombringer safe lane farming now? I mean, every now and then you do see Centaurs as a part of a tri-lane as well, just farming up that really fast blink dagger on the safe lane, for example. Or of course Doombringer, if they want to go really greedy, he could go into the jungle, but that would mean that you really can't stack the jungle for the Tinker. Or at least, not too many camps of it. And that would be extremely greedy as Invasion, they go for a Pugna now. So Nether Blast to go for the towers, Nether Ward to try to deal with the Tinker. Even against Centaur, I mean, usually it's like Stampede into Blink, but if the Nether Ward is down, you have to either like Stampede, wait for the 3 seconds and then Blink, and by that time Stampede is also over already, so it would be kind of just counteracting itself, a little bit redundant. So, we will see. I mean, Pugna definitely a good pickup against Tinker overall. We did see, I do believe it was yesterday, maybe the day before, I think the day before yesterday. We saw Blade Mail Wars. Tinker having a Blade Mail up against a Pugna, and the Nether Ward actually almost killing Pugna himself, but then Pugna also got the Blade Mail. Man, it was all sorts of fun just. Who went down first? Tinker, he usually came out on top though, just because he has Blade Mail more often thanks to the rearm. But MVP, they did pick up an Ancient Apparition. So Voodoo Restoration, not gonna be the biggest deal anymore all of a sudden once you're affected by the Ice Blast. As well as just trying to stop the pushes, blowing up the creep waves even more, going for those heroes. And at the moment I would actually kind of like to see either the Pugna, I'm not even too sure if it's going to be a core one, I sure hope so. But, I mean, they have 3 heroes that usually build mech, Pugna, Viper and a Razor. So, I'm hoping for something like a Razor Aghanim Scepter, Viper Pipe and Pugna mech. If the Pugna is core, of course, and is even going to get it at a reasonable time. But that way I think it would be the best to just sustain your pushes, sustain team fights, and have the most amount of push while doing so. I mean, Razor Aghanim Scepter boosts the push. Viper Strike, yes, it's cool to have the 12-second cooldown, but you're up against the Stampede anyway. Ancient Apparition most likely will be at the back lines of the fight, just trying to get the best angle for the Ice Blast. Centaur is going to be just blinking in anyway. Tinker also blinking around left and right into the trees, what have you. So that's the way I would like to see it, if it's a Pugna core. Razor, Aghanim Scepter just boost out the push. Pugna help out with the Nether Blasts. But what's the last pick going to be for them now? They have reasonably tanky heroes, I mean the Viper and the Razor at the moment to just try to tank it up in the front lines, although up against a Centaur and Doombringer, oh man, it's those 2 heroes are probably, or will probably have the better of just tanking things up, being the frontline beasts that they are. Well, Centaur is just literally a beast, a Centaur. But Invasion now, what do they go for as the 5th pick here? Will they actually pick up another support now, go for an aggressive tri-lane with Witch Doctor Pugna +1? I mean, it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. Especially if it's like a Doom safe lane farming. He doesn't do all that much in the early fights. Chilling Touch, yes, is always annoying to go up against, but like I said, Doombringer, he doesn't do all that much, whereas Invasion, if they have like level 2 on Pugna, Decrep, Nether Blast, it does a ridiculous amount of damage. So if they would have one extra hero with some nice magical damage, and they go for a Vengeful Spirit, so that actually boosts up their not pushing power. Well, I guess it boosts the pushing power as well with the Vengeance Aura, but just gives them the ability to go for earlier Roche with that Wave of Terror, getting the minus armor. But not only that, Wave of Terror, scouting out the Tinker in the trees, Nether Swap to get him out, or Nether Swap to just use defensively. Once one hero gets doomed, you just swap them out and make it so that they can actually back off from the fight. So far, I rather like Invasion's lineup, but I have to admit, it's going to be extremely hard to just go up against the Tinker. They're gonna have to put at least some focus on the Tinker early on to delay the Boots of Travels, even if it's by like 2-3 minutes. If you delay the Boots of Travels, you will most likely also be able to delay the Blink Dagger, of course. And when Boots of Travels Tinker is annoying, but he really starts just being the pain in your ass once he also gets that Blink Dagger to follow up the boots. So Invasion, how much pressure they can apply early is going to be key here. Late game, I don't really see them taking it. MVP at the moment, they don't have the high, like, the most late game carry potential themselves. Yes, Tinker, level 5 Dagon E-Blade, he can blow people up, like, so easily. But I have seen it time and time again, a Tinker solo is not enough. And MVP.HOT6, they go for a Rubik now. So this Doombringer, how much is he going to get? And Cynical has played some of the offlane for them. Musica usually the tri-lane farmer. So we might be looking at a center tri-lane farm here after all. But we will see how either side just wants to lane this in a minute, unless the game starts post. But man, this should be an exciting game. There should definitely be a lot of action. Invasion, at the very least, should be the ones going on the aggressive themselves. Maybe waiting for a couple of levels before doing so. A couple of levels into Nether Blast, maybe finishing up a mech on either the Viper, Razor or Pagna. So we will see. 2 players still left to pick up their heroes for MVP side. And, well, I don't know why. I guess they must be AFK or something. Rochi finally picks up the Tinker, so it's going to maybe a mid lane Tinker. Nothing too surprising here, to be honest. Any other hero, any other core from MVP wouldn't have really fit in that role either anyway. But guys, to introduce the lineup, to go over who is playing and on what lanes and, well, what team has what players to begin with. Roji will be playing on the Tinker, most likely heading into the mid lane. Chubei to play the support Ancient Apparition with Cynical, farming up the safe lane Doombringer, and Nuts up on the Rubik with Musica on the Centaur Warrunner, actually heading offlane for the time being, so they are swapping it up a little bit. But for Invasion, FC will be playing the Pagna, the stand-in. Okay, well, he's been standing in for a really long time, to be honest, so most likely will be a core member. Not after too long, but he's playing on the Vengeful, ADTR on the Witch Doctor, leaving Kechikimba to play the Viper, so he's hitting mid lane, and the safe lane will be Ghost on the Razor. And I don't think, whether it had been a Razor or a Viper safe lane, don't think they would have cared too much whether it's a Centaur or a Doombringer against them. Like, Razor and Viper, they are both fully capable of just crushing that matchup themselves, but now Jubei and Nuts, they are actually rotating top lane, so it becomes a lot harder for Ghost to survive. And Viper actually might have had slightly more just tank with the corrosive skin, the ability to run away when the enemy is slowed down. But Nuts, did they already spot them out? Some pings go through, and yes, I do believe Invasion did see MVP support. Man, I think they wanted to go for the sneak. One hide here, the other hide here, and just converge on the enemy. It would have been such an easy kill. Telekinesis into Hoof Stomp, just Chilling Touch, boosting up their damage a little bit more. But it did get spotted out. Of course, they don't have any vision on the lane at the moment for Ghost, so they can't say for sure whether the supports are still hanging around or not. And well, they want to go back again. And just look at the vision. Invasion, they've used both of their Observer Ward for this bottom side of the map. And Nuts and Chubei, man, they definitely want to gain the first blood here. Boots on Nuts as well, just to make sure he can get in range for the Telekinesis. And Ghost not having a fun time. I actually really like that they chose to lane like this, whereas Cynical also went into the jungle. Yes, Doombringer in the jungle, not the fastest, but he has his Stout Shield as well as a Ring of Protection, so he can tank up reasonably well here in the jungle. And found a, well, not the worst creep, I guess, but Telekinesis was their Hoof Stomp to follow Ghost. He's gonna go down Nuts to pick up the first blood. Wow, man, it was just as easy as imagined. Nothing really he could have done. Okay, tried to just come in, maybe steal a creep or two. Was unable to do so. Cynical had already farmed it up. And is it already the courier for Roji? Nope, just some extra tangos brought out. So at least so far Kechik having the upper hand in the mid lane as far as the harassing goes, although I'm not too sure if those tangos were entirely necessary here, just could have rushed the bottle instead. But whatever the case, man, they know better. I hadn't even used the shared tangos before, so maybe just wanted to make sure that he doesn't have to worry about the cooldown of the shared tangos, which is 60 seconds. So far, it's even as far as last hits go, and Ghost, he escapes. He has boost speed as well as Nuts. Nuts is still faster, 340, 345 on Razor, so he's slightly faster, 5 movement speed. Nothing too major. Potentially could even skill up his unstable current if he really wanted to, or felt like he needs to. But Laser from Roji comes out onto Kechik. Just such an annoying ability. Just 3 seconds, 100% miss on the right clicks. And Kechik, what does he have? Yeah, it's boost of speed. Oh man, brought out by his awesome courier. Awesome sauce. But Chube left one illusion here just to stack up the ancients potentially. Yeah, it's gonna last long enough to stack them up as well, given that his timing is correct, but Invasion, they're not wasting any time. They're going for the tower already. Nether Blast, it's only level 1. Maybe could have waited for the level 2 after this creep wave here, which actually got double pulled by OK. But if they leave this here now, if nobody's soaking up the XP, that's actually a huge loss. So I'm hoping somebody will go there, actually get the XP, get the last hits, but they're not doing it. OK, he's just going back as well. They want the tower so damn bad. I guess some of the creeps might survive, or actually most of the creeps will survive by the looks of it. So the creep wave will come towards them in the end, but they could have gotten some nice centaur XP, and Cynical is gonna come in now. Is he gonna snatch the last hit for it? Oh, of course he is, man. Easy gold to the Doombringer. All of the creeps did survive though, so Invasion will at least get that. And tower down, easy early gold, boosting up the potential for the early mechs. For anybody who wants to build it, of course. I still worry about Ghost, man. This Razor isn't getting much of anything. He's level 2. Doombringer doing a little bit better, just thanks to the ability for him to go into the jungle. Also found a free centaur here before. Always helps, but Ghost, man, Nuts, he wanted to go for him. They don't have any proper vision at the moment, I think. Yes, they do not. They do now, but they need to eat their way through the trees if they really want to commit. And Nuts, that's exactly what he's doing. Yes, vision, Plasma Field comes through though. It's only level 1, doesn't do too much damage at all. But it gets them done vision. AD tier. He's gonna harass Cynical, who, well, still Stout Shield. Ring of Protection. Yes, Witch Doctor base damage is decent enough, but it's not that scary if you have the itemization that the Doombringer does. And yes, David 322, another Tinker, oh my god. That's exactly what I thought when I saw it, but at the moment, you know, already Arcane Boots up on FC as well. I don't think they want to stop the push. Vengeance Aura is level 1. The supports aren't all that high level, but I guess neither are the supports of MVP. So if anybody wants to rotate in, I'm not too sure how much success they will have. Cynical, Scorcher, if he wants to just drag the creep wave away, but is he going to be in trouble because of it? If they get the magic missile now, Cynical a little bit too fast. So actually, this push is more or less just put to a halt now. Razor actually gets a kill onto Rubik. What? Well, Razor died himself, the centaur getting that kill. My bad for missing it, I was just focusing on the bottom lane. How the lane is getting pulled away, but Viper, he came around as well. Actually didn't get any assists or anything for it. So just good old tower diving action, man. Good old tower diving. Razor actually still not a single point into unstable current. Doesn't even feel the need to go for it. But Nuts, he's in the bottom lane now. Has Fate Bot level 2. It's gonna pull the creep wave away again. So they have to wait yet another couple. Actually, ADTR, why, what? He's disconnected. He's gonna die here. There's no way around this. Lag. Holy crap. Holy crap, man. So, at the moment, ADTR, I don't think there's any saving. Decrep, actually. Decrep, if the tower hasn't started the right click already. Might be enough, just might, but I don't think MVP will just give them a free one here. Or the free escape. So everybody's lagging. Standard Southeast Asian servers, I guess, but what an unfortunate position to be in. Especially considering that some creeps are still here, but ADTR, he managed to pull creep aggro. So MVP, he's fine. Oh god, this pause, I just can't get over it. This Witch Doctor, actually him dying here, is gonna stop the push for even longer here. I mean, Nuts with the Fate Bot and Cynical with the Score Surf. They've been doing a pretty nice job just dragging the creep aggro away as it is. But now with ADTR gone, they don't even have any heals, nothing to just keep them alive. Maybe, I mean, Voodoo Restoration into decrep if MVP choose to let him survive. I think that's kind of the only way as Ketchikivian gets a disconnect mid lane. But actually looking at the other lanes now as we have the time to do so. Ketchikimba Viper 22 and 9 compared to a 16 and 6 Tinker. But does he have any stacks going for himself? Oh yes, he does! What is it now? A quad stack already, I think? Double Golem, 1 Dragon, as well as the 1 Thunderhide Lizard. Or I'm not sure if it's a Thunderhide, but a Lizard. Nonetheless, can't really click on him because the Dragon is too big. And look, how can this be his hitbox? Where's the Dragon here? Where's the Dragon around this area, man? It's the bum of the Lizard. Almost, well, the left thigh of the Lizard. No idea, but Ghost 5 and 2, he's level 4 compared to Cynical's well, he's a little bit ahead, half a level ahead, but both safe laners are struggling a little bit, but Doombringer has more farm because he went into the jungle and Devour gets him some even more extra gold. But at the moment, still game paused. Nobody has given the go yet. Wait, AR? Well, I don't know what AR is. Wait. Okay, K6 keys are all hanged. Well, that's always fun. 8 minutes left on the pause. Hells yeah. But at least Pogna is number 1 in farm at the moment. In last hits at the very least. Net worth wise, the same. Of course, they did get the tower as well, which would make sense if they have more farm. And okay, go has been given. I fear for your life, ADTR, I certainly do. Oh man. So, are they gonna get it? ADTR, the decrypt comes out, actually it saves him. And there's the magic missile, paralyzing cask as well. And man, decrypt actually... I guess it works a little bit differently. I wasn't 100% certain, but it blocked the damage coming out straight away. I guess, yeah, it works a little bit different since it's kind of banishing him. So he goes to another realm, I mean, for Wind Ranger, for Windrunner. If you use the Windrun, but the right clicks have already come out before, you won't dodge the first ones unless it got changed. I mean, at least when I used to play Windrunner about a year ago myself, or, well, I played her a bit more than a year ago, but when she used to be a little bit more popular overall, that was the case. You use Windrun, but the projectiles already flying will not get dodged if you activate the Windrun in between. But Decrypt works the other way around, so my bad guys. I'm learning something new every day. At the moment, it's still 2-1, 6 minutes in. And looks like Invasion now, thanks to them just having to use a little bit more mana than they would have liked, I think. They're going mid lane instead. Okay, has an Invis rune as well. Might be enough to set up a kill, but Rogi is just going to farm up the Ancients or try start chipping them down. Or is he just hanging on the high ground? Okay, still has the Invis rune. Is he going to find Rogi here as well? He sees the camp. I don't think they have anything to... Oh, what? Okay, he places the ward, reveals his Invis, and suddenly he's almost down to half HP from a... Actually, it's a Penta stack. There are 2 Ancient Thunderhides here even. Is he gonna get it to a 6 stack? 6 stack, I mean, it's not impossible, but it's extremely hard to actually pull off. But bottom lane, Cynical might be in trouble. ADTR, he comes in, Paralysis Gas coming out. Decrypt not used yet, Nether Blast is there. Do you want to just save the key? Decrypt, there he comes, but Stampede movements with 2 Imba, and now Nazi comes in as well. Has the telekinesis, has been forced to use it, and Cynical scores to level 3. Easy enough regeneration for him to get out. But Rochi now has the Soul Ring, has Rearm, 1 point into it, 3 points into March of the Machines, and... Oh, actually... Oh, is it in range? Yes, the sentry is in range of the Observer, but... Does he have proper vision into it without just putting himself in danger of just getting killed by the Ancients? And now the push has continued on the bottom lane. The creep wave once again just masterfully pulled away by Nuts with a Fate Bolt. I mean, I guess it's not that hard to do, but you have to be there to do it. But more heroes coming in now. Even Viper's just hanging about. He has the Viper Strike, so if he gets slowed down, gets stunned by anything at all, he's going down. But no, he just comes in to provide some moral support. He has himself a cloak as well. So he might be going for Pipe after all. Maxed out Corrosive Skin. tower down. That's the tier 2. 8 minutes in, not the bad timing at all. Could have been potentially a little bit faster, but still pretty nice. And I just hope that they're gonna go for more now as, well, Roji, he has him with the flying courier here. So this observer ward isn't long for Life and Razor. He actually gets a kill onto Chube. Holy crap, man. Holy crap, he got it. And mid lane, there might be trouble as well. 3-man smoke up onto Cynical. Scorchio is there, but if they get the Viper Strike, he's done for. Ketchik, he's a little bit too damn slow. He might still get the slow. Cynical is actually running top side. Oh man, he just chose the perfect pathing here. Throw those trees to the high ground. And just smoke gank. Wasted. Nothing in return. Okay, AR is slang. Thank you, Purple Raccoon. AR is slang for wait a while. Man, learning different languages or different slangs. Hells yeah. But Doombreaker is level 6 now, another Fate Bolt. But I don't think it will stop this mid lane push, man. There's no backdoor protection to be afraid of, even if the creeps were dead. Just come back in, one Nether Blast. They don't want to put it into deny range though. So with the next creep wave, I think they're fully gonna commit. As Roji dropping pretty low, but oh, 200 gold short only. All the ancients did get cleared up, a penta stack of them. So 200 gold short, whereas in the meantime Musica on the center ward runner has himself a blink there, 49 last hits as well. It's almost the highest Ketchik, the only one surpassing it. So they're getting their core items for sure. I mean, Boots of Trials and Tinker, the most core of course. Whereas Blink Dagger on center, almost the same. With that, you can just start setting up kills, hoof stomp into double edge. But Chube might be in trouble. He wants to get his level 6 plasma field to begin with 80 here. Has the paralyzing gas, but Stampede, will it actually be enough? The paralyzing gas, one more right click, but the blink hoof stomp onto 2 double edge, level 4 to follow Cynical. He joins it. Doom onto Ghost. I don't think the Razor can escape all. Maybe he can with some rotations by OK coming in, but the Ice Blast is flying into the prison. He already is level 6 and Ghost. Yeah, he's gonna go down now. He's gonna shatter 100% from this damage, but Decrypt onto Cynical. Nether Blast to follow OK. Magic Missile was used already in Cynical. He gets the kill, but Viper Strike up in return. Scores to on cooldown. He's gonna go down. Nether Blast, a few more right clicks. Kejik, he focuses Musica instead now, but he's just going for the TP out and he succeeds. So 4 to 3 all in all across the kill board at the moment. Tinker finishes up his Boost of Travels in the meantime in the mid lane. I have to say it was probably a favorable fight for MVP there. The double man hoof stomp, and they went a little bit just too far trying to kill off the Chube, and with that kill, with the counter there, he hit level 6 anyway. So getting the rather early Ice Blast, I mean, yes, 10 minutes in, maybe not as early, but Ice Blast flying, heat-seeking missile as well. It's gonna connect on all to all 4 heroes. Hoof stomp double edge, but Magic Missile into Musica is probably gonna lose his life in return. And oh, actually no, Magic Stick to save him. Oh wow, they just staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive. And look at Ghost. He's been forced into double Bracer. No mech coming out yet, or never mind me. Pagna actually, as I say that, has it finished. But he's still only level 6. Looking at the XP graph, 2000 in the favor of MVP. Whereas Gold is actually in invasion favor, but then again, they have 3 towers down as well, so it only makes sense compared to MVP's 0 towers killed. But I think MVP, they're fine with this. It was to be expected from Invasion's lineup that they're just going to be pushing hard and pushing early. Is there no Blink Dagger yet on Tinker? Just Bottle, Boots, Null Talisman, and the Soul Ring. Is there nothing on the ground? No, nothing. Well, I guess that's it at the moment. He's going to stack up the Ancients a little bit more, even just... He can farm them up so fast with level 4 March and Rearm, of course. But Cynical, he has his ultimate. He's gonna pop it on the Viper, or Viper actually. Viper Strike onto Cynical, is going for a straight TP out. Paralyzing Cask will be there in time to stop it, but do they still have enough to get the kill? Yes, Decrypt comes out, Nether Blast to follow. The health is coming out, but minus armor from OK does connect with the Wave of Terror. Minus 4 armor, level 2. So, make it 4 to 5 now. 12 minutes in. Invasion, they're most likely going for the push now as well on top of it. But... up against Monster Machines, how easy is it gonna be? Stampede is available for Musica with the Blink Dagger, level 3 Hoof Stomp. And yeah, this push just all of a sudden got a little bit too hard for them. Kechik though is closing in on the pipe already. Actually, does he have it? No, just purchases the headrest, so needs about 750 gold for the recipe of it. Okay, only level 5 as well. I mean, maybe try to sneak a Roche. You have the mech. Pipe about to come out soon as well. I mean, they won't have the fastest Roche, I guess, or not the best heroes to possibly tank it up. Viper, I think he could take it though with just the health regeneration of the pipe and the headrest. You can also switch it up a little bit. Minus armor from Vengeful should allow for them to do it within a reasonable time frame. The only thing is though that if they go in S5, they might be suddenly facing like March of the Machines, Ice Blasts flying, Centaur jumping in with Stampede, Hoof Stomp. And no, never mind. They have not given up on this tier 1 tower. They have double Arcane Boots, I want to say. Yes, one on ADTR, one on FC. Oh, the synergy. I love when it's synergized like that. Or not synergized, or I guess yes. I don't even know what the word for it is at the moment. I'm completely blanking, but Arcane Boots part. Oh, but the Hoof Stomp actually does connect onto Ghost. Is he gonna get blown up? Rochi though, Nether Ward. He has to be careful. Minus armor comes out, and Musica uses the double HD grip. While Stampede still gets him out. Nether Blast doesn't connect onto anybody and nuts. He gets the kill onto Ghost. With actually a Viper Strike stolen, so... Of course, if he steals something from a Viper, it's always gonna be Viper Strike, but... The tower goes down, Pagna does get to destroy it with his Nether Blasts. Tinker almost went down to the Nether Ward, not quite, but immediate smoke up, and... Can they find anything? Jubei just trying to kill off the Ancients himself, but... I don't think he's gonna be in range, or actually he turns around for a second, ADTR, Paralyzing Cask, maybe... Actually, Jubei is turning it around. What? Big mistake. T-Crab into Nether Blast. He goes for the Ice Blast. Okay, does get hit, but Musica doesn't want to blink stun onto anybody else. Rochi goes down to Viper in the meantime. So 2 kills down. Oh, this is their opportunity to go push tier 2. Pipe also finished on Pagna, not the Pagna. Kechik at the same time. So their farm is decent, pretty good even. Looking at the Go-Craft again. 4,500 almost, a little bit less. But XP still around 2004, MVP, just getting some kills, farming those Ancients always helps, and ADTR, man, go farm this Thunderhide, go farm this Ancient Thunderhide. Nice T-Ward as well, but I guess they don't want a fully new camp to spawn, but this guy is so low anyway. They could have killed it, and they blocked the sentry, they blocked the camp from spawning with the sentry anyway, so this is free gold, waiting for MVP to just anybody to come get it. And that's like, oh wow, Thunderhide, sweet, free right clicks, I'm gonna get it. Kechik doesn't get in range either, man. He wanted to go in to just take it for himself, but they were a little bit too slow on the rotation there. And Ghost going for straight up BKB, it looks like. Double Bracer, Power Tress, Magic Wand into what, unfortunately for them, is going to be a BKB. So no Aghanim Scepter straight out to boost up their damage. Or the pushing power of them. No Roshan attempts still coming out from either side. Well, I don't think MVP is gonna go for a Roshan attempt for a really long time still. But looking at Cynical, at least the Doombringer doesn't have too much farm. I mean, Ghost actually has a little bit more even on the Razor, thanks to all the towers that have gone down. But Mech still finished on Cynical now. And once they start getting towers, man, their gold is gonna go through the roof, and top lane Pagna, he got blown up. Blink, Hoof Stomp, Ice Blast following. Viper Strike by Nuts as well. So make it 8-6 now. I mean, yes, the gold is in Invasion's favor, but I think MVP, they're more or less relaxed about how this has been going so far. Tinker TPing mid lane. Just cancelling. Does he have the... No blink yet. So the blink also not going to be a fast small, but now Witch Doctor. Medallion of Courage, man. If this is not the Roshan item, then what is? I mean, 2 points into Wave of Terror. Together with the Medallion, it's minus 10 armor. Minus 10. But looks like they want to fight instead. Potentially Music, of course. As Stampede, it's level 2 now as well. Oh man, he's level 11. This center has been doing a pretty damn good job so far with Blink. Hoof Stomp onto OK. The pipe actually comes out from Kechik. Might keep OK alive. He gets the Magic Missile in return. The swap as well. Music, he's under the tower. Ice Blast to fly. Really pin off the Stampede. The Death Board. Nope, they actually stay alive. Ice Blast connects onto free as well. Kechik, one more right click. Yeah, he's gonna get Music. But Vengeful also goes down to Chubei. He just goes down to the Frost Blast. The Frostbite damage. But bottom lane, Ghost, oh man, Cynical, he has his ultimate. Tinker, if he TPs in, Ghost is down for the Tinker, he's gonna come in and Ghost, well, you're doomed, boy. They need some slows maybe actually, can he stay alive somehow? Invasion, somebody TP in, Mech, Pipe Carriers, TP, assemble, no. Heat-seeking missiles, Voodoo Restoration though. What level is it? What level is Voodoo Restoration? It's level 4. Oh, he's maxed out before Paralyzing Cask, and Ghost, he stays alive. Hero Witch Doctor just coming to the rescue. Of course, Tinker didn't have the blink before this fight yet. Otherwise, like one extra laser might have done the job. Or just blink, heat-seeking missiles, rearm, blink, heat-seeking missiles. So they keep the Razor alive. Really important at it as well. They really can't delay any items to come out at the moment. Otherwise, their just high ground push will be put to a complete stop. Even FCFC might be going for a BKB. It might be an Aghanim Scepter as well. But I think BKB definitely not a bad choice at the moment. I mean, against Ice Blast, against Centaur jumping in. But Roshan is going on. Minus 10 armor on him already. I'll actually make it minus 11. Wave of Terror is level 3 by now, so minus 5 from that, minus 6 from the medallion. And Roshan, it's dropping pretty damn fast if you ask me. They had a double damage Razor as well. Ice Blast, a little bit too late. Gonna connect on FCFC, I want to say. Maybe just flew over him, but in any case, didn't just suffer too much at all. And they will even make it there in time to just defend the tier 1 top lane. Bottom lane, they're defending rather admirably. Of course, all the towers are still up as well for them. MVP, not the strongest of pushing powers, but Tinker trying to just keep the farm going. But XP now 1000 in MVP's favor. Invasion, they are taking a slight upper hand. Of course, Roshan helped out quite a lot here as well. But if you don't have towers down, actually, Tinker, his space to farm is rather limited. And because of that fact, the rest of the team gets less farm as well, because Tinker is just taking up so many resources on the map. Look, another triple camp here as well, which is going to farm up. Double stack here. I mean, this Tinker, they are giving him a lot of priority here on MVP, but will the Tinker solo be enough, man? I talked about it before a little bit. Yes, they still have the Doombringer. Centaur, relatively farmed as well, although actually, man, he used to have like 49 last hits in 10 minutes in or something, so has only gotten 20 in addition. He's definitely aiming, or has been aiming to get kills more than just farm. But Plasma Field comes through, they are smoked up, and well, with the Plasma Field it was rather obvious that it's a smoke, but smoke was about to wear out anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. Kasich going for that Aghanim Scepter, halfway through it already. Unless he wants to switch to a BKB of his own, of its own. I mean, I guess Viper is in it. Is it the male? Is it the female? Is it an it? Can you call it an it even? I don't know. But in any case, man, in any case. Okay, has 1.7k gold in the bank. I mean, I would like to say 4 staff, but actually might be a Blink Dagger just to come in from a huge distance and get Tinker off guard. Just swap him out. Blink, swap, Magic Missile, or Blink, Magic Missile onto anybody really. Or just stay at a safe distance and Blink, swap somebody out who gets doomed. Any of those scenarios are acceptable to me. And actually, Ghost, does he have his BKB? Yes, Ghost has his BKB. Kechik has an Ogre Club, point booster, and 1.2k gold actually, so he's more than halfway done. FCFC has a Mithril Hammer, so his BKB is there for in 200 gold. So they definitely just want to be able to stand and deliver. BKB Life Drain, for example, is a pretty strong ability, unless the enemy team gets stampeded out of it. What's the Witch Doctor going for? Well, at the moment, oh, this Witch Doctor is not having a fun time. I mean, Witch Doctor strength gain is horrible. What? Each point. Why does it show? Oh yeah, I guess it only increases your intelligence, but... Oh, never mind, it shows. I am blind. I'm blind, guys. So 1.88 strength per hero level. I guess it doesn't sound too bad, but he's level 8, 682 HP. That's all he has. I mean, the texts were so small. I mean, I was used to having them kind of pointed out to me a little bit better. Fate Ball comes through. They are pushing though. Look at the tower. It's already down to less than half HP. Plasma Field stolen from Nuts as well. Master Machine, so they will have to back off for a little while. Their pipe already on cooldown, but not with this creeper, but with the next one. They can go. Oh, they smoke up. Is this sneaky enough though? Can they catch anybody off guard? At the moment, MVP, all of them are just standing in the base. So actually now I'm interested. Who has the... Actually, Rubik has 1.5 strength per hero level. So that's even more horrible. 1.4 on Ancient Apparition. So Vengeful, man, just why are you not tanky at all? Not Vengeful. Witch Doctor. 1.8, man, should be fine compared to Rubik and Ancient Apparition. But Cynical, he has the Blink Dagger. Who's he gonna go for? Nether Blast flying. Ice Blast is there as well. Pipe is activated, but it's gonna wear off soon enough. Ice Blast connects. There's the Doom onto Kechik Kimba stun. Okay, nice swap out actually. Gets the Magic Missile onto Musica in return. But, man, Kechik, is he actually even gonna go down? Voodoo Restoration, just keeping them all healthy. And they do back off, but Rochi, he wants to go for more. Doesn't have a Dagon, went for the Bloodstone build instead up against the Tinker. Not the Tinker, the Pugna. Man, I'm messing up the words so much. But they still have the BKBs, they didn't have to use them. Ghost has his. FCFC actually did have to pop his own just in case. Otherwise might have gotten hoof stomped there. But they continue with the push. Plasma Field doesn't do anything at all. Aegis is gonna be claimed in 1 minute time. Gechiki wants to go aggressive. Ice Blast to fly again. Telekinesis up. He's gonna go down immediately. Or is he actually? There's the heals coming up. BKB from Ghost as well. Low on mana. And they do escape. Or do they? Musica gets stunned up. Is he gonna go down? Something. They need a little bit more damage. Minus armor from the medallion. FC. Well, he's gonna go down from the stolen Plasma Field. The Aegis gets popped. Viper already down for the count on FC. Can he actually escape this? I have my doubts here, okay. Has a magic missile to try to stop Cynical. He blinks forward. Scorcher ends at the same time. Magic missile. Not magic. Heat-seeking missiles. But okay, man. One more. That's all they need. One more. Musica, can you get in range? You have the Stampede coming out in 1 second time. They're gonna use it, but the stun onto Cynical before. FC, what? You're running the wrong way. He has the BKB, of course. Activates it as well. Nether Blast, T-Crep into Musical Life Drain as well. Actually, he's gonna get the kill on Center, or is he? Center going for the TP out. One more Nether Blast. Anything at all. They cannot do it. The Cynical blinks towards the secret shop there. So 10 to 7. But Tier Tower went down. Invasion, they lost a couple of heroes. Lost a few BKB charges there as well. But Viper now has his Aghanim Scepter finished. Drums up on Razor as well. So, man, it's hard for them to push, to say the least, but they are still doing it. And they still have somewhat of an opening. I mean, Tinker, not that huge yet, doesn't have the Bloodstone finished. 3k gold lead for MVP, XP. Not for MVP, for Invasion, XP, 5k almost for MVP. So level-wise, they are definitely doing better off. I mean, Tinker, he's level 14. Look at the hero levels. Actually, Viper is tied to him, but after that, just look at Rubik, Nuts, level 11. He's played so damn well. But Blink's going out, Ghost, BKB activated, he wants to come in. Can he get any kills at all? Well, Rubik should be an easy one to be honest. The +1 field stolen doesn't really help him escape. But they won 4-1 so far. Do want to catch it as well. Can they get Cynical? T-Crep up to slow him down, but he just blinks out. T-Crep doesn't do any damage. They just needed anything, any form at all. But Doom is on cooldown. And that's actually a pretty huge thing already. So, Invasion, where do they go now? Do they push out top lane, which is actually so pushed into their own? I mean, it's at the tier tier 2, so all this way has to be pushed. That's a long period, or long way to go. As Rochi also trying to push out the bottom lane. He's actually gonna have his Bloodstone now if he wants to pick it up. Is he gonna send the courier there? No, he's gonna go there himself. He's not lazy, man. He needs to work out, flex his muscles, walk a little bit. Or he needs to oil his joints, I guess. I mean, he's not walking himself, really, the machine is. Or I don't even know if it's like a proper exoskeleton suit or not. But double damage, gonna get picked up by Kechik here. Gonna farm up some Ancients most likely with this. Or do they have a smoke on any of them? Does not look like it at the moment. They do have 2 BKBs, of course, from before already. Chubei working towards an Aghanim Scepter of his own, about 1.3k gold away from it. Yes, 1.3k gold. Cynical. Blinktaker, Plate Mail now, going for a Shiva's card. Just trying to negate all the minus armor coming out from Wave of Terror and the Medallion. But Invasion, man, they cannot stop the push. They have to keep on the pressure. Of course, when you pressure, you put yourself in danger of just getting chumped while the enemy team is defending. Which has happened so far. Now with Musica's BKB on the center. Oh man, if he's gonna go to the front lines, what's gonna kill him? I have to storm, right clicks from Razor, maybe? I mean, it is potential, plus of course, center. If you use the Stampede to initiate, and suddenly the static link comes out after the Stampede ends, he's most likely not gonna run it away from Razor unless they get some nice stuns and just team help. But, Invasion now, they're pushing it out. Oh, sorry, oh, okay, can he get the swap? Yes, Roshi, he gets swapped in, that's a huge kill if they get it. They need a little bit more, but with the life drain of FCFC, it's gonna be enough Ice Blast to fly. Ghost actually does get hit, but should be healthy enough here. There's no Aghanim's buff quite yet for Ancient Apparition. Do they have the pipe? No, they used it already. Mech is actually off cooldown, so this tier 2 is gonna go down for sure. But Tinker, he already lost the 3 Bloodstone charges to begin with. Really nicely done by the Vengeful, just blink into the swap. Swap actually was still level 1, but managed to get in range nonetheless. So really nicely done. All the outer towers down. Next objective, most likely just wait for Roche to respawn and then go high ground. And having the dire side advantage is such a helpful thing, to be honest, if you're going for the semi-death ball kind of style. Because the Aegis just allows one of your heroes to tank it up. For example, at the moment, Pagna might be one, just go close to high ground, pop Nether Blast, and just rinse and repeat. Nice. Kill score 11 to 9. Definitely not too many kills, but we might see some happen now. Ice Blast flying mid lane. Oh man, completely whiffs. Completely whiffs. But now the swap comes out. Cynical actually gets the blink, but Magic Missile connects anyway. They need some additional slows, but man, that was really their only initiation power. That's what Invasion lacks at that one. Just the ability to get a jump onto somebody, but Roshan is up. Do they know of this? Wave of Terror cooling off. So just go into Roche Pit, check it out. Ice Blast still on cooldown for another 13 seconds. Are they gonna get it as fast? Man, they have the minus, is it 12 now? Yes, minus 12 armor coming out. Vengeance Aura to boost up their damage a little bit if the Vengeful Spirit was actually around. As FCFC might be going for a Linkens up against Doombringer. Might not be a bad choice. Ice Blast is actually flying. It's gonna hit on 3 heroes. They have the pipe. Will they pop it here as well? Yes, they will, just to make sure that nothing will catch them off guard. Okay, trying to zone out the rest of them. With an invis zone, actually, well, I guess it's not zoning when the enemy doesn't see them, but he was still just providing some nice vision, the defensive measure. And oh, FCFC, he TPs to the top lane. Is the mistake? Pop your Nether Ward on cooldown as well still. Oh man, MVP, they didn't see it. They didn't see it. Oh, whew. But the tower still taking some damage. Roji, if it... Come on, Nether Ward. Oh, PKB activated, but he gets doomed anyway. Doesn't get a single spell off. Can they chase him down? The other heroes are coming in as well. Okay, he wants to go for Roji. You can feel it. Actually, no, Blink stun out to Cynical instead. The tankiest of the heroes, almost Musica apart. But Plasma Field from Ghost. Yes, the Static Storm. There's the Stampede. Can they turn it around? They're all grouped up. Double man hoof them. Ice Blast to fly as well. Ghost. He has his PKB now, but he's so low already. Will the physical damage be enough? Cynical. He's gonna get life drained to death with the right clicks and the Eye of the Storm. Gem on the ground as well. That's actually a huge pickup here. Oh, never mind, it was okay's gem, so I guess Invasion, they get their gem back. In the end, a 2-for-2 exchange as well. Did they lose the Aegis already? No, they did not. But that fight, man. Pagna just unable to do anything, although he didn't die, so that's a good thing. But 3.1k gold up on Ketchik Imba's Viper as well. What's his next item gonna be, man? Just go Heart of Tarask, potentially, just tank things up. Be in the March of the Machines like a boss, back off, heal back up full. I guess it's possible. And actually for Invasion at the moment, if they go focus Roji or semi-focus him, then they might be just suddenly looking at a dead Tinker, yes. But he's going to respawn a little bit faster thanks to the Bloodstone charges. But not only that, he's going to heal the teammates around him when he dies, when he has the Bloodstone. As Keichik, yes, he picks up the Reaver, so it's going to be Heart of Tarask after all. Ghost, he's going for the Dagon Scepter, 500 gold short of it. But looking at the enemy team, the item progression nuts has had the Blink Dagger for quite some time, and it's Team Blink. Man, 4 Blink Daggers against 1. Invasion, we saw it in the last fight a little bit as well. They're just having some trouble getting on target. Just getting to the right heroes, getting them down. And they don't have the most amount of lockdown as well. I mean, they have the Magic Missile. Paralyzing Cask, of course, not a reliable one. And looks like the Y Factor wants a Juggernaut to be picked. I guess Juggernaut is the closest to what he wants to be picked. But Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast with an Agonist buff now. Oh man, that is some scary stuff. Roji though, in the trees, just spamming March of the Machines, and Invasion, they can't do anything about it. Apart from the Vengeful Spirit, they have nothing to just try to deal with the Tinker. No Storm Spirit, no Clockwork, no Faceless Void, of course. Just it's hard for them to keep on playing, just the later the game goes. Looking at the Goldcraft now, it is still in Invasion's favor, about 4,500 XP, 2,000 in MVP's favor, so rather even great game. He's thrown to be found by Viper. He is level 16, has the level 3 Viper Strike. Can he find anything though? I mean, he can't do anything to Tinker himself. Tinker has the level 1 Dagon finally as well, so can't start bursting down the squishy supports. Although Witch Doctor has himself a point booster, definitely helps out a little bit. And a 4-man smoke. Ghost, he's leading the charge with an Aghanim Scepter Eye of the Storm is level 2 still, but still better than no Eye of the Storm. Viper was still hunting with the haste room, but unable to find anything at all. Oh man, sorry guys for the silence, just drinking a little bit of water. And hoping for some action at the same time, man. Drinking water and praying. The best combination, but they are trying to push in now. Roger, of course, just march the machines, heat-seeking missiles, rearm, march the machines, heat-seeking missiles, rearm. Pipe was already activated. They're using the voodoo restoration as well, but even the mech comes out. It's just not enough. Nether ward was there a little bit too late. Ice Blast will miss everything but Nuts from the high ground. He will take care of the Nether ward. Oh, okay, he wanted to blink and get the swap onto Nuts, but couldn't quite get it. The glyph comes out. Tower almost down. Viper Strike got stolen, of course. Easiest spell to steal in the game, together with Ray Fire Blast on a Wraith King. But they're trying to heal themselves back up. How much cooldown? 26 seconds. So with this creep wave, just don't commit yet and go with the next one. Unless they want to go top lane. Okay, can he get the swap? It's still only level 1. Chubby trying to juke it out into the trees. Okay, will he? Wow, he's not getting just... Tinker is gonna come in now. Swap, okay. Actually, Ice Blast misses, but do they care? Cold Feet, they're gonna proc Laser, and yes, they get a kill ADTR. Paralyzing Cast gone to Roshi. They need a little bit more to blink out. Man, where's the support? They just can't catch up. They are way too slow. No mobility to speak of. They just gave away a Vengeful Spirit for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now they got level 2 on Tinker as well, so the burst damage slowly but surely starts building up on him. And oh, look at the smoke, man. MVP. They're on the hunt. They want to get some kills, and with the multiple blinks that they have, in theory it should be so easy for them. Oh man, solo casting. Whew. Brain needs oxygen. Need more cardio training, but since MPGL starts so early, I don't have time to go to the gym before starting casting. But now, Keiichi gets his Heart of the Rask. Aegis though got reclaimed at the same time, more or less, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But there's a Sheepstick now on FCFC. That's definitely gonna be a huge item pick up here in those next fights. Especially if you can fight the Tinker with it and just hex Life Drain him down. I mean, Life Drain does a sick amount of damage. Level 2, 160 per second. So it's pretty high, man. It's pretty high. 10-second channel as well. But, oh, Ghost, will he be able to stay alive? Ice Blast to fly. Is he gonna hit anybody at all? Doesn't look like it at the moment. Or it's aimed at the support. Still misses Musica, drops low, but he should be fine. He has the Stampede as well if they need to use it. But there's the Doom onto Keiichi, but nice targeting by Cynical. He gets stunned. There's the Stampede coming out as well. Musica with his BKB. Will the physical damage be enough? It sure looks like it will. They will lose the melee racks in the invasion. Finally, they break high ground. Nuts, Life Drain. He does make it out from there. But they didn't even need the Hex of FCFC. And do they really want to keep on going? Well, it sure looks like they do. FC not putting down the Nether Blast yet. Wants to get out of tower range. Keiichi now with the Heart of the Rask still tanking things up. Roji trying to spam the heat-seeking missile. Is it gonna be enough? Telekinesis up onto Keiichi. Ice Blast to fly as well. How many is he gonna hit this time around? It's gonna be only Ghost. Flies over EDTR as well. Keiichi, he's just tanking everything up nuts. He goes down to the plasma field of Ghost. Nice hoof stomp. Keiichi, he's gonna go down. I think he is tanky, but is he tanky enough? No, he is not. So Jubei, they are actually Jubei is on a mega kill streak. But melee barracks down, and as well as the range. Roji wants to go in, but the Nether ward. Look at the damage. It's so sick. Cynical is blinking through. Wants to get FCFC. Hex on cooldown. They get the kill as well. Okay, he even blinked in a little bit too late. So he's gonna lose his life, but 4 heroes for, well, a Rax. It's not the worst case for the invasion. Maybe they stuck around for a little while too long, man. Just going through the enemy base to the tier 3 without proper creep wave support was definitely a little bit too greedy. But they got one set of Rax, so just maybe wait a minute, everybody to respawn and go again. I mean, they have all their ultimates. Just rather short cooldowns on them. Oh yeah, buddy please, buddy please. What's Cynical? He actually has enough gold for a... Well, I wanted to say Shiva's card, but I get the feeling he wants to go for AC now instead. And at this point in the game, 38 minutes in, you need to save for buybacks. And speaking of buybacks, only the Razor and the Witch Doctor have them on the dire side. Ghost. Plasma Field comes through. Cynical Has the Doom and Musica sitting at the sidelines. He has level 3 Stampede. Wave of Terror stolen by Nuts. Now it was the Shiva's card on Cynical after all. It's on him now as well. Actually, I thought they might be looking for a fight here, but better safe than sorry. I mean, they didn't have too many buybacks here themselves either. Cynicals, actually, not Cynicals, but Nuts as well as Musicas are on cooldown even. But what does Invasion do at the one? Ghost going for an Aghanims, not the Aghanims, a Heart of the Rask of his own, while the Dagon is level 5 on Tinker. Of course, there's no E-Blade to partner it up with, so yes, 800 magic pure burst is annoying, but at least it's not amplified by 40%, unless Invasion, unless FCA is nice to Tinker somebody on their own team. It's like, here Tinker, target this guy, target this guy. But Roshan, number 3, it's gonna have cheese as well now. Of course, if you're hit by the Ice Blast for 17 seconds, the cheese won't do you any good. But they're baiting things out. Roshan down to half HP Invasion. They actually want to take a fight around Roche Pit, it looks like. MVP, they're trying to come in, okay. Can he get the swap onto Roigi? He's trying to get in range. Viper Strike is there as well. The swap comes out. Magic Missile to follow. Can they get him? The Stampede is used, but Ghost, he's dropping so damn low. Death Ward comes out. Will it be enough? It doesn't have the Aghanim buff quite yet. Ghost trying to escape. BKB goes down. Ice Blast actually brings down the supports FC with his BKB. He's on the run. The physical damage is too much. And catching his dooms, he can't do anything at all anymore. But Tinker, he died at the very least. But it's a 4, make it 5 for 1 as Ketchik also falls. That was not a worthy trade at all. Just MVP so damn tanky and Invasion. They're lacking the damage output here at the moment. So, is this going to be high ground now? There are no buybacks, not a single one on the dire side. Is this going to be counter Rex? Well, it's not at the same lane, but doesn't look like they can go for it even here. They don't have the craziest push, but they're going for Roche instead, which hadn't reached up to full life, not even close to it, was sitting around 60% I guess. Man, Invasion, they're gonna feel so bad. They toughened up Roche to half HP, had to back off, lost a fight decisively. And they're gonna lose Roshan now as well with an Aegis and a cheese. Oh man. Who are they gonna give them to though? I mean, are Cynical and Musica gonna tank it up or Roji? Take one of them, take Aegis for example. Nope, Aegis goes to Musica instead. Cynical picks up the cheese. Oh man, this game just got so much harder for an Invasion to finish. Yes, they are still 1 Rex ahead, that's always gonna be in their favor, but man, Tinker has a rather easy time pushing out the lanes. Looking at the gold now, it is in the favor of MVP by about 3,500 almost by now. XP though, look at this, just skyrocketing, 16,000 XP lead. Invasion, they kind of have to just throw themselves at the buildings at the moment. Just BKBs and gun for it, just straight out, never look back. Suicide, of course, if you suicide you have to make sure you have buybacks yourself or just have all the free lanes pushed into the enemy base. One or the other really. As Kachik still keeps on farming. How close this goes to his... Does he have it? No. He has the Heart of the Rask recipe, but still needs the Vitality booster as well. And of course no buyback because of just trying to go for that item. As Ghost, not Ghost man, just reading Skype messed up my train of thought. As FGFC still hasn't picked up anything after that hex at the moment, or well, I guess there's no item progression to really speak of. But Cynical has his BKB finished up now. Heart of the Rask on center, well, that's a huge pickup. Just from 0, what's he gonna give up though? Is he gonna live behind the cloak? Yeah, I think it was the best choice. I mean, definitely needs a TP just in case they are pushing out. But 3.2k HP. Cynical, well, 1.9, not the most, but has the Shiva Scar plus a BKB to just survive, and a cheese, of course, on top of it all. So Musica, he can be the frontline guy for them. He can just easily go in and not be too worried about his life, really. I mean, Razor, if he steals 224 points of damage, yes, he's gonna hit pretty hard, but if he doesn't get the successful static link, his right clicks just don't do all that much, especially to a Doombringer who has, what, 27 armor by now. Plus 2 when he activates the mech. And MVP, they want to go on the aggressive. Can they get the jump onto anybody at all? They place down this observer ward here as well, just to have vision of invasion. They do know Ketchik is there. Ketchik, a pretty damn tanky hero to go for, but if you get him doomed up, no pipe to come out. Maybe they would want to get the Pog now or Razor instead, but I think either or will be fine. They are holding on with their initiation though. They don't want to take too many risks, and in the meantime Ghost was able to just finish up the Heart of the Rask. So 3.1k HP. So even if he gets doomed, he is pretty likely to be able to just run it out from there. He has 417 movement speed. Yes, with face boots would have been better, but you can't activate face boots anyway when you're doomed. And Roji, well, 4k gold in the bank. If he wants to go for E-Blade, he can get it soon enough. But oh, the hoof stomp on the Ghost. Okay, they only want to get hit by the ice, but because BKB finally comes out, music drops low as well. He's actually gonna go down the turf ward onto Cynical. It still doesn't have the Aghanim spot, but will it really matter? Okay, they get the swap, Aegis is pop, but will it be enough at this point in time? They had to use all of their ultimates, apart from, of course, a 12-second cooldown on the Viper Strike, which is up already, but how do they fight without their ultimates now? I mean, Eye of the Storm is a pretty huge part of their damage. BKB on cooldown, it's still not still, but it's only 4 seconds anyway at the moment. It's gonna be hard to fight, but at least they didn't lose this fight completely. Tinker, of course, I think wasn't in the fight anyway. He was pushing out bottom lane at the same time and top lane. Another Ice Blast to fly. Pure harass. And in the last fight, okay, actually was also the only one getting hit by the Ice Blast. But I still think MVP or all of this probably favors MVP. Late game wise, this Tinker, it's still not as big as I would expected or would have liked him to be by this point in time. But they do have the lead, still around the 16,000 XP, 6,000 gold almost. But Invasion, they're pushing out top lane now. I mean, they have to at this point. It's 45 minutes in already. Man, this game has been all kinds of... I wanted to say boring, but I mean, it hasn't been super boring, although there has been a lot of farming going on and just... Man, Tinker games, either you just snowball with Tinker and E-Blade take on everybody to death, or you just turtle. But speaking of turtling, man, looks like Invasion, they're the ones who have to go back, just defend their base music, otherwise he can tank up the tower while the creep wave is also hitting, but the return actually does a crazy amount of damage to the building at the same time. But Chubei, where are you? Can you get the courier? I think he can. One more right click, he's gonna get the easy gold, but he's gonna pay with his life for it. He has buyback over 3.2k HP, man. Viper struck up. FC, what? He even used the BKB for that. Not entirely necessary, but I mean, it's a 4-second BKB. It's already off cooldown, and well, considering that they got 800 gold for that, not a shabby kill at all. None too shabby. HD Turtle. Smoke picked up now by Ancient Operation. Doesn't really need it too bad, but actually they only want to have buyback on the Radiant side. So if Invasion, if they got the favorable fight for themselves now somehow, they actually would have the potential to just go and straight out GG when Tinker doesn't have buyback. But now, never mind, Musica has it. He's farming up on the bottom lane. Although Invasion, they still want to go. They've had enough. They have double Heart of the Rask. I mean, you're tanky enough, or at least in theory you should be tanky enough. 2.9k HP on Ketchikimba with power threads. Ghost 3.2 with power threads on agility, not on strength. And pipe activated. They're gonna go in. The tower's pretty damn low. Can they get the swap with Roji? Yes, they can. They need to get the kill. The Hex doesn't help them. Stampede gets them out to save the Ketchik. He's the one getting doomed. Roji, he just gets some vengeance onto OK. BKB is there from Ghost. Already wore off. 17-second duration Ice Splash, just ticking them all down. It's a 2-4-0 Ketchik. He eats a take on level 5. Nazi's there as well. They get the kill. 3-4-0. And Ghost just barely TPs out. Was actually getting extremely close to the shatter range, but had it been level 3 Ice Blast, I think it would have been enough. Holy crap, man, that fight. It looked like, oh, maybe if you can kill the Tinker, maybe. But nope, Tinker wouldn't have had buyback either, I think. So, just the Stampede. Getting them to safety so many times by now. Magic Missile, not a reliable stun at all. Pagna, as well as the Viper, they do have buybacks. Probably have to use this for Ghost. Actually, they're gonna get the swap. Nuts, he stole another swap. Are you kidding me? The death ward is there. Nuts gonna lose his life. Ghost, he got his BKB off. Catching him by there as well. He bought back, as did the Pagana. They get one kill. They're gonna get 4 more. Maybe Roji, he gets stunned up. Stampede, he gets swapped back down. Tinker, he goes down. Yes, buyback this time around. 40-second cooldown anyway. Thanks to the blast down, but ADTR. He falls to Musica. Who? He pops the cheese. Still alive, but 3 heroes focusing him. He's slowed down to oblivion. Actually, BKB TP out. Are you kidding me? No. Say it ain't so, and it is not so. Viper, he ends his unstoppable streak for 900 gold, or close enough to it. So Invasion, they make it the defense. The racks stand. Can they force a few buybacks now? They had to use 2 themselves. Tinker won't have to buyback at the moment because, well, Bloodstone. Is this possible? And they have to do something. Roshan, it's about to respawn in 2 minutes time, so got a rather long respawn. Not the longest, but long enough, I want to say. Top lane, FCFC is in some trouble. Oh, he gets the Hex, but he already got bursted a little bit. Life Drain comes up, but the Ice Blast is flying here. Bye-bye, FC. Actually, PKB's there. Dodges the Ice Blast as well, but still might be going down. Roji, I was so sure he's gonna just blink Dagon, but from the sidelines, okay, he came in as well. He got the stun on the Chubi. Does he have the nether? He doesn't have enough mana for it. Oh, man. That should have been a kill in the bag. Money in the bag. Money in the bank. It's not the bag, what I'm saying. Pimping ain't easy. Roji just Dagon creeps just because he can. Although this lane is quite a nuisance for MVP to deal with, just constantly pushing in, thanks to them being down the racks. But looking at the gold graph now, 8,000 gold lead, 15 minutes in. Not too big of a deal, I think, for Invasion XP. 22,000. I mean, they can survive. Ice Blast flying, Roshan still not up. When Invasion's opening gonna come, if at all, man. They've been losing fights. ADTR still just somehow trying to build the Aghanim Scepter. He's 0, 6 and 6. This Witch Doctor pick really, I mean, Voodoo Restoration, yes, it has been actually pretty damn nice, keeping people alive when they're doomed and whatnot, sustaining the pushes. But Witch Doctor, other than that, just hasn't done a hell of a lot. I mean, yes, Death Ward does some damage, but by this point in time, unless it has the bounces from the Aghanim Scepter, it just doesn't do enough to one single target, unless the target is like Rubik, who has 5 armor only. But and even if they lose at Rubik, I don't think they care all that much. Cynical, 3.5k gold, still no new item pickups either. Musica going for either an AC or a Shiva's card of his own, has the plate mail for it. Are we gonna see a clash here though now? Some wards do get countered at the moment. Ketchkim is still holding on to a gem. Roshan is about to respawn, but it's so scary for them to go Rosh. So scary. Man, the Ice Blast is just the thing that's been completely wrecking them. They have only 4-second BKBs on 2 of them. So, man, the Ice Blast, even if you're BKB but you get hit, once the BKB ends, you will still just start ticking down from the Frostbite. Okay, Chicto, wow, he runs into the enemy. Viper Strike onto Cynical. Do they have enough magic vision? Nope, the BKB is there. Stampede comes out as well. Musica. He got hexed up by the Ice Blast to fly. BKB from Ghost is gonna wear off almost immediately. As Vengeful, he goes down to the Dagon level 5 Ghost. Gonna get stunned up as well. He's pretty damn tanky, but he's 1 versus 4. Ketchik, he got doomed as well. Can't do too much to Roichi. Dagon level 5 is flying. They go down. 3 heroes. Completely just decimated. They tried to go for the Doombringer, but he got his BKB before the stun. Yes, he got 224 points of damage stolen, but this is gonna be counteract. Razor has buyback, but Viper, he's down for 74 seconds. 74. And the entirety of Radiant has buybacks now, so even if Invasion somehow completely team wipe MVP, they can just buy back and be done with it. Are they going for GG though? They can't go for triple racks, that's for sure, because the tier 2 is still standing on the bottom lane. But they can get double racks, I guess, and with the Tinker just applying pressure onto every lane, pushing the lanes out, double racks might be too much for Invasion to handle with their lineup. And Dagon level 5 into ADTR, still alive. Oh man, can he stay alive though? Don't think so. Cynical. Level def wasn't enough, but the last strike click certainly will. Okay, the mech comes out. They're gonna get nuts as well, but Ghost, he's in the middle of no man's land. Again, BKB wears off. Double H something. Dagon level 5. Oh, he's gonna get in range. The swap is there, but he gets stunned before the Dagon 5. Will he buy back for this? I don't think he wants to risk it. Now, Life Train FCFC, can he do it? It's still on cooldown. No Aghanim Scepter upgrade. He's gonna lose his life. Gem on the ground. 4 heroes down. None of them has buyback. 15 seconds for Viper to respawn. But it's gonna be the second set of frags. There's no backdoor protection. But the game is still not over because it's not mega creeps. Guys, please. Guys, please. 52 minutes, man. Give me at least more team fights. Range racks do still stand as well, but melee will definitely be enough to just give that lane all the momentum. And Pagna, he's the one going for Blink now. I mean, I feel like they need to disable the centaur just so that the Stampede won't come out. With the Stampede, everybody's just outrunning Invasion's damage. Oh man, water is so good. I love water. Okay, looking at the net worth. Holy crap. I guess the graphs have changed quite a lot as well. Yes, 14k gold lead all of a sudden. XP almost 30,000. Veil of the Score pickup. Wow, man. On Ancient Apparition. E-Blade Dagon isn't enough damage, man. You need another 25% amplification. Tinker has himself an ultimate orb. Might be a Hex in the making at the moment. He definitely doesn't suffer from just dying too fast. Plus he will still have buyback as well. Soon enough, even if he does purchase it. As Salkur has finished the music, who has a double damage rune, tanking up Roshan. Oh man, how can this game still not be over? 54 minutes in. I guess MVP, they didn't have like... Oh, late game we just come in, one right click and kill you, like super farm the Phantom Assassin 54 minutes in with Rapier, just one crit kill. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Cynical. Does he have any other parts for it? No, he doesn't, so they're definitely saving for buyback. But he's going for a refresher orb, so double doom to come out. One isn't devastating enough. But, oh man, a smoke from Invasion. But the BKB, I mean, I think it's just probably gonna be enough on Cynical once again. It's down to 6 seconds. Plasma Field comes through for the Vision. They get the Hex. Actually, this might be enough. The Hex. The Magic Missile, they use Stampede and Cynical. He should be fine. Actually, no BKB yet. He's waiting for it. He got it finally, but the Nether Swap came through anyway. And the right clicks, they were enough. He has buyback, but they have to go defend their range racks now. Roichi just trying to push it out. And this game... Oh, actually, he buys back. They want to go force the issue right now. What? Oh, I guess they can't afford to give up Roche at the moment, just to be on the safe side, but... Man, this buyback. If they kill Doom again now, which is definitely not gonna be easy, but they showed that they can when 5 heroes are focusing one and they get the Hex before he gets his BKB off, just to do the majority of the damage. I saw some items just getting picked up as well. Was it the Shiva's card finished on somebody? Oh, it was the Hex on Roji, I think. So Hex is there on Roji, and look at this, Roshan is dropping solo. They have to go now if they want to go at all. But no, Roshan is going to go down before that Invasion. They get yet another Aegis onto the Musica. Cynical has the cheese again, and I don't think Invasion can defend this anymore. Although MVP, do they? Are they really not going? I guess just push out bottom lane. Just get the third set of racks, get Mega Creeps, and get the GG call from Invasion. I do have to say that if MVP wins this game, they're gonna have 3 wins and 2 losses. So if Invasion are to win game number 2, given that MVP wins 1, they're gonna be at an equal footing. So both will have 3 wins. Invasion, of course, will have only 1 loss so far. They still have a MSI Evolution Gaming team to play. But I mean, 3 wins does not guarantee you advance. 4 wins though, most likely you will just 100% be through as one of the top 2. Maybe not top 1, but top 2 for sure. So MVP winning this first game already gives them a pretty solid chance of just actually advancing, because at the moment MSI, they're the ones who still have 2 games to play up against Invasion as well as Rave. Rave already lost to Invasion 2-0 yesterday. They tied up with MVP 1-1 yesterday as well. Almost lost 2-0, but managed to just stage a comeback. But now, Cynical, he has himself a refresher of Double Doom. He's level 22 as well. 3k gold on FCFC. 3 of the heroes have buyback, but Razor, it's still on cooldown. And he would be missing money for it anyway. He's trying to go for an AC. Does he have it finished? Oh, he needs a little bit more, man. I want to say sell your boots, but probably not gonna happen. Anything at all, any items, but Cynical goes in Doom number 1, refresher. He's not using it yet. There's the Stampede. Chivas got to slow everyone down. Doom on. Okay, no swaps to come from him. 2 heroes down. Okay, he buys back as well. Paralyzing Cascade actually bouncing around rather nicely, but Nazi, is he gonna lose his life? I don't think so, as Dagon level 5. Tinker just doing some action. FCFC gonna get swapped out, but he runs back to his death. He has buyback as well. They're gonna go for Cynical. He gets slowed down by the Viper Strike with the Magic Missile. FCFC gonna come in with some Nether Blast Life Drain as well. They might be able to kill him. Death Ward! Yes, they get the kill. No buyback on Doombringer, but will it really matter? Roichi, he comes in. There's the Hex. E-Blade. Dagon level 5. Another Hex. Dagon level 5 onto FCFC. Wants to rearm. There's the Dagon finally coming out. Kejik wants to go for the kills, but E-Blade on himself. They don't care. Another Hex onto Kejik. Another Dagon, and this is GG Cold. Finally, ATR trying to go for something, but just not gonna happen. Finally, 58 minutes in MVP. They took game number 1 of this 2-game series, guys. So we're heading into game number 2. And just thank you so much for tuning in, even though there's so much other Dota going on at the moment. I do hope you enjoyed, and of course, you can always follow us if you did on this channel, as well as HeflaTV 2 and HeflaMonk, the English channels for us. And just check out our social media to know when we're going live, with what games, and so on and so forth. But this is it for game number 1. See you guys in game number 2.